Rolling it.
What are we rolling?
Rolling it. Hey, how about that? Wait, hey. Did I give you this pair of glasses?
Somebody has to control him because he's uncontrollable.
So,
Here. Yeah. Oh,
you know, my dad,
ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Donald Trump.
Oh, come on, that's unbelievable. So,
we just lost 12 people, and there were only 11 watching.
I get accused of, this is October for 2015, but I get accused of, like,
A lot of things.
Storing too much stuff, keeping too much crap, the warehouse is full of stuff, we're moving it all over again. And I'm just like my father, always leaving stuff around, always having, but guess what?
I don't think I could.
We went online trying to find the October 75 Classic Series, Limited Series selections, and somehow they're not online on our website. Why would that be, Ed?
Well, because I guess I didn't put them up.
Yeah. But I go to the archive files.
Yes, and you can find
because we saved all this stuff for all these years that I get in trouble for, and here they are. And look at this amazing layout artistry here. This is the newsletter. This is the actual newsletter.
All right, come on, it was 40 years ago.
From 1975. Look at there's the Neptune guy. October 75 selections. Ridge, York, Creek, Petite Syrah. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I can. What was it, 71?
Yeah, 73. But you imagine how good that is still?
73. So, oh, yeah, I can. I actually have a great story about that. I was up at Ridge, and I bought the 71 Petite Syrah, and it was a phenomenal wine. And I opened it like 20 years later. And it was absolutely incredible. And I ran into the owner, Dave Benyon, great guy that we used to judge together at different places. And I said, oh, by the way, Dave, I just had your 71 Petite Syrah. He said, really, how was it? I said, it was phenomenal. I said, it was really, really good. I said, it must have had great numbers, pH and all this other. And he said, well, as a matter of fact, it weren't very good numbers. I said, well, it must have tasted pretty good right off the barrel. He said, well, as a matter of fact, I remember that wine being really, really difficult. I said, Dave, it's lasted 20 years and it's fabulous. How did that happen? He says, I have no idea.
Well, it's Petite Syrah and it's rather acidic, but this one, and then there was the Bandoscony Szűkörbarat Greyfriar of Bandoscony.
What?
It's a Hungarian wine that was white, $3.39 a bottle. And I don't know what the grape must be very indigenous grape.
No, I think one of those words that you mispronounced was the grape, but I don't remember.
Reminiscent of Riesling style. Anyway, this has got to be fun stuff, right? You're looking at this old stuff, trying to find all these newsletters. And I got to make sure this goes back into the file so I don't get in trouble. And speaking of
getting into trouble,
October, this is the Matchbook. They like us, these guys.
Well, it's a good thing because we like them. I mean, these wines are outrageous.
They just come to us when they've overproduced or there's an extra wine, and they want to move it because they got the harvest coming up. And here they send us this gorgeous Syrah, 2012. This is one of their lead products. I think it sells for $28.95 or something.
I know, it's amazing. It's got some great depth. What I really like about it is that it doesn't have that aggressive kind of animal component that I get out of Syrah that I really don't like. This has got some really bright fruit. It's got a great finish.
It's got tons of life in it. It's got a little cabin, it says.
Well, good for it.
5% cabin, that's where that acid's
well, that's
from.
what, I think we all have a little 5% cabinus.
Yeah, well, of course.
Anyway, this is...
$28.99 down to $7.99 if you want some more. This is a 96 for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Tremendous bottle of wine. But, it's getting more and more difficult to write about the same guys on a monthly basis, but it's really hard to argue the wines.
Yeah, but my rule is, my job is to bring good wines, not to worry about whether I've repeated this brand or not. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Is that true, Ed?
That is true, Paul.
There you go, Eddie.
One of the few truisms you'll get on this show.
Now, I love this hippie brand that we've come to love.
Well, you kind of unhippied it,
Well, we did.
It was a lot hippier then, and now you've gotten a little more serious. Did you charge more money for it? Is that what happened?
No, they actually the winery that had this wine, and the cap was red, and so the painted van label that has that Peter Max coloring didn't work with it. So
who's to say it didn't work?
Who's to say it didn't work? But interesting thing though, the feds now relaxed that rule, so you can change the colors of a label without reapproval. Did you know that?
Oh wow, I'd forgotten how good that wine is. It has that beautiful green apple that you get in well-made Chardonnay from a really cool climate without a bunch of oak in it.
Just got a hint of oak. It must
You don't get, but you get that green apple, and it's so refreshing. You know, it's really a refreshing drink. I never think of Chardonnay as refreshing because they're usually a little too ponderous, a little over the top. And this one's just perfect. It's
even the retail price at $14.99 seems low, but you get more for $6.99, and this rivals some great Chardonnays.
It's really good. I'm doing a 95 too. I think it's amazing.
I'll do 95. Now I was told by Ed last time that when you spit in the bucket, we should be off. What do you want, off camera or something? What'd you tell me?
Yeah, it should be off camera.
Why?
It's off camera. I think he should be off camera, and I should do this so it would be more interesting, and it wouldn't take as long.
Okay, this is one of the few times in the world of us tasting wine that I changed my mind on a wine.
What do you mean?
Well, I tasted the wine and I actually rejected it the first time.
Oh, really?
And then the guy talked to me some more, and the winery sells this for around $30.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's
Actually,
not
$35.
It's not worth $30.
God, you're a salesman of all kind, aren't you?
But
I know it's worth $35.
But it's, you know, what amazes me is that when I saw it, I go, how did he get this in the classic series? I mean, come on.
I know, seriously.
Come
right?
on.
You looked it up. You saw it.
Yeah, I did.
She's a wonderful winemaker, and this why does it say author? Oh, look at it. It's even signed by the author of Sideways,
Oh,
Rex Pickett, whoever that is.
that's pretty interesting. Well, it's amazing. I mean, quite honestly, it's not a $35 Pinot Noir.
It is not.
But it is definitely a $7.99 Pinot Noir.
No, it's more like an $18 Pinot
You know, it's more
Noir.
like an $18 Pinot Noir.
But it's got this. No, you can do this because it's got. Who invented this stupid thing?
It's not a matter of who invented it, it's a matter of who bought it. Okay. Who was stupider?
The only flaw I see in this wine, and it's $6.99, there's no flaws, but the only flaw I see it at $35 is just a little hard in the finish.
Well, yeah, and that's actually kind of good because one of the things that sloppy, gloppy Pinot Noirs do is they get picked over ripe, and you taste them with food, and they don't have any taste. You don't taste anything, you know. But this is not a wine that you sit around and sip, you know, by itself. You really need some food with it, and once you give some nice authoritative food to it, it's going to shine.
The winemaking is clearly sophisticated, clearly talented. It's not a lot of bulk wine they added sugar to try and soften it up and do things. This is a
That
pedigreed
doesn't
wine.
happen. That's a vicious, ugly lie that you are just perpetrating at the cause of your own self-interest.
Well, I think it's a great value at 95. I'm going to give it a 95 because I just think it's great value.
I'm right there with you. I think so too. And I actually like the package.
But here's one. That I just thought I'm not going to even bother tasting it.
This wine's crazy.
I'm not going to taste it
wine
because
doesn't make any sense.
You know, it's a 2011. I didn't even notice it was from Chile, but even a domestic 2011 Chardonnay, I'd be reluctant to taste. And then I looked at it, it's from Chile, which means it's even 6 months older than that. And then I tasted it. And I tasted it again. I said, give me another bottle. I tasted it again. I'm like, this is
Unbelievable.
really good.
This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you know, the one thing that wines, especially white wines, especially from kind of unproven areas, and let's face it, Chile is kind of an unproven area when it comes to Chardonnay, is they really don't last very long in the bottle. Even in a screw cap, you'll do better in a screw cap than anything else. But still, you know, these wines normally start to fall apart. They just don't have the structure, the acidity. They're not built to last in the bottle. And this is unbelievable. I mean, it's truly unbelievable.
There's no sense of the age in that nose.
Well, I'll tell you another thing. There is a great sense of soil, and if I smelled this not knowing where it came from, I would say this is Puy Fuissé, or at the very least,
Really?
Macon Village.
Yeah, I don't get the
Well, it's
French
got that nice rocky soil component.
It does have a good terroir to
You
it.
know, and it's got tremendous acidity.
The nose is clearly Chilean to me, but anyway, this is a 96 for the value. For
I'm doing a
$6.99.
97 because I
Touchdown!
I think it's one of the best Chardonnays that I've ever tasted from Chile, and the fact that it's a 2011, I'd like to see what their 2010 tastes like.
Yeah, right. It's good.
That's our show for today, kids.
Hey, thanks for coming. Seriously. How many Periscope followers do we have?
3.
All right.
Yeah.
No questions?
No question.
No
No
questions.
questions.
I have questions. Why are you here? what could you be doing right now?